Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you were in my CIT 111 class, this will look familiar. So some of this is incomplete because I don't have a video for the first section that we went over in class. So if you worked in my class last Thursday, we started writing code to create this user interface. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to code a controller for the login, and I'm going to set up a controller so that we can click on this controller and go to another page, which we haven't set up yet. But if you remember, when we were doing the coding here, we set up a sign up form and a login form. So this right here is our login form. We're going to set up a control to allow us to log in, which we don't have it log in anywhere. And then we're also going to set up another control that allows us to click on this and go to the sign up page that doesn't exist right now. So let's kind of minimize this right now and start actually writing this control. So what I'm going to do is I'm in the login controller, and I have public void sign up, and it's going to be an action event because you're going to click on something. Just call it, you can call it anything. Throws IO exception. You'll want to make sure that you have the IO exception up here. Import it. If not, you'll want to import that library. Alright, so now let's see, we need to make this FXML. We have to give it that annotation so it knows that we're communicating with it. Without it, it doesn't allow us to do anything. Alright, so now let's create up another shell that we have to do. So we'll do FXML. I'll do public void, and this one will be actually, that was sign up, so I'm going to do them backwards. Login action event E, and so this one's going to be for the login button. So I'm actually going to cut this first and put it below it because I'm worried about the login first because that's the most important part. Alright, so we have the login. So alright, so we'll have the progress, which we don't have here, and we'll code it in the next session. So this is set visible, and in the set visible we will do true. We're saying that we want to make it true for now. We're going to do the pause transition PT, I'll call it. You can call it anything you want to. Alright, and now I call it PT, so whatever you call it, and now I'm going to have access to that library. I'm going to say set the duration, and then I'm going to pass in a duration.seconds. It's a double value, so I'm just going to do 3 for now. Alright, so now I'm going to set on finish. There we go. And I will do an event handler. So I'm going to use the lambda. We haven't really talked about lambda, but it's EV. And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to type in system dot, it says system, I'm going to do system dot out print instead of print line. I'm talking about what not to do. And do login successful. Perfect. And let's see, what are we missing here? We got to do 1, take that off there, and have it end here. Actually, let me think about it. Nope, I'm gonna have it here, and it ends there for that part. Okay, cool. So then we have to have pt.play, so it plays it. So it calls that play area. So that should be that. Then sign up. We're gonna say we're gonna use a login.getScene. So we want to get the scene because we're gonna, get scene, and we're gonna dot get window. So what we're doing here is we're .hide. I'll tell you in a second what we're doing here. I can't talk and type at the same time. So what we're trying to accomplish here is to sign up. So when they click on the sign up button, which is right there, this guy right here. So what we want to happen is we want to take this code and say, hey, guess what? We're going to log into this scene, get window, and we're going to hide the previous window. So what it does is basically takes that login window and vanishes it, disposes it, and then we open up a new window. So then in order to do that, we have to create a stage like we did with the other stuff. I'm going to call it sign up equals new stage. So we have to create a whole new environment. So we have to say, okay, parent root equals fxml loader dot load get class. We could probably copy and paste the stuff from our main file, but whatever. Get resource, and then when we get the resource, we're going to put the location. So what's important here is we are in application, so we don't have to specify application or fxml. We could just put actually, let me think about this. We're in the controller, so actually all we need to do is do this right here and then do sign up .fxml. That should work. Perfect. Alright, so now with that, let's see here. We have the parent, the root, and then we have scene. Scene equals new scene, because we're creating a new scene. Really what we're doing is we're acting like we're creating a new window, and we are, but we're programming it from here. We're going to sign up and call that new window. So we have scene, we have sign up dot set scene, and we call it scene. All right, and then we're going to do sign up dot show. There we go, and then we're going to do resizable window. So we're going to say set resizable to false. We might have to change it to true just to play around with it, but right now that is it. And what I'm going to do here is, I think this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Minimize this. You should be able to run it. And here's one thing I did change. When we went over in class, I originally had this in class. I had fxml / and it wasn't able to find the path, so I took it off. So you'll want to do that in your main area. No, I'll put no because I just changed it. Don't want to save it like that. All right. So now if I right click on vehicles or whatever you call it and run as Java application, it should pop up. It's on my other screen. So it does pop up. So I can't do anything right now. So if I did jcmin at ccac.edu and then I entered in a bunch of things right here. Now one thing is I don't like is my remember me is not showing up the right way. It's white, so I have to fix that. The login button will probably blow up because I have an action event, but I don't actually have anything going there. I'm communicating with the progress bar that's not there yet, so we'll have to program that in the next session. So how these sessions will work in class is we'll actually write these, or not write these, we'll write these in these videos for homework assignments, and you'll follow along, and then there'll be some challenge areas where I'll have you add something, and then we'll follow up the following week. And the key is to get used to building in this environment. So this is session 2 of this application, so we'll have other videos to follow. Thanks for listening and have a great day.